Hi everyone, I'm Counselor Immaculate. Today, welcome to my channel, I Talk to the Heart. Today, I'm going to talk about the difference between love and lust. Love is the deepest affection that you feel for another person. Normally, it involves it requires time to get to know each other. It requires sacrifice. Love involves a lot compared to lust. And lust is it is based on the physical being of a person, like the physical attraction that you have for someone. Though sometimes it develops into love, but in most cases, some people be like in a lasting relationship for more than even a year without knowing that I'm involved in a relationship. For example, if you're in a kind of relationship that does not really involve like time or going beyond, like going outside of the bedroom and the physical being of a person, that is a last relationship. And actually, if you really want to know the difference, whether you're in a last relationship or whether you're in love, usually you can always listen to your guts during the first stages of your relationship. Always listen to them because they help you like to know during those early ages, all stages, you are able to discover what this person wants. Most especially, you can really differentiate whether this person is into sex only or whether this person is attracted only like to your body, and that's all this person is willing like to learn more about you or push the relationship like in front. Now we have we have the differences between, according to the research that I did, there are differences between love and lust. First of all, the way how your brain works. It matters a lot when you're in a relationship. Most brains are activated depending on what you feel in love or lust, but always involve your brains when you're in a relationship. Your brains, more than you involve your brains other than your body or your feelings. It will help you to differentiate whether this kind of relationship that you're in is is evolving, if there is love involved, or whether whether it is a last relationship. Then the other thing is fantasy. You know, when you in a kind of relationship and your partner is just basically like involved on one, fantasizing your body, like maybe your beauty or your beauty, your muscles, when the person is just like fantasizing a little bit things, you just know that that is a last relationship. And in love, there is nothing like you do you it is beyond fantasizing this person being. It involves like going beyond this physical being or the physical attraction that you have for this person. It involves going beyond that, digging more about this person. Then the other difference is like the kind of time that you give this person. What are the things that you do when you're with this person? Willingness to like do new things together, do adventure. In love, when in love with someone, you are so interested, like you want to do new things together, experience new things together, like maybe going for adventures, going for, you know, yeah, new environment. You want to really experience everything in your life with with this partner of yours. You want to like have memories or create memories together. you and your partner. Then the other thing about the difference is like the kind of the way how you communicate, the time that you give each other matters also a lot. It like if you are in love, most of the time you want like to spend almost all the time that you have with your partner. But and when you get this time, you are actually you have like you get like lost in a conversation somewhere which is different. You end up like in this sweet kind of conversation. You want you involve yourself. You really want it to continue. You get lost into it, which is different in lust. In lust, when you link up with your partner, the only thing that you think about is like how to maybe join your bodies, have sexual intercourse. Then the other thing about what you think in terms like when you're in love, you think in terms of we. You maybe you start having plans together, you have goals together. You know when you're thinking about developing something, you are thinking of we, me and her, or me and him. You which is different in word. There is nothing like when it comes to lust, there is nothing involved in like we. It is I, because there's this other person doesn't have time to really like get you involved in their lives. Like you in when you're in love, you're sharing goals, you're really concerned about each other's needs, you want to satisfy them, because you know you want you do almost everything together. You want to impress everyone, because love is all about giving and investing in each other. You start to think about what you both can do together in your life, in your lives, and you start looking at yourselves, you start planning new things, a new life together, your future together. Like all that stuff is all involved in love. Then the other thing is sexual involvement. Both in lust and love, most of the time sex is involved, but it depends. Most of the time when you have a sexual involvement, when sex in love is more deeper and meaningful and important to you, which is different in lust. Lust, you just want to satisfy your needs and that's all. But in when you're in love, you want to make your partner happy. You want to talk about it, how the person experienced it, where you were concerned whether this person is really like ready for the act or not. You are concerned, which is there is, and in like in lust, it is there is sexual centered. There is no deeper connection. And when you're in a kind of relationship where when it is only like sexually centered, you just know that you're in a last relationship. Then the other thing is how much you share with each other. In most cases, when you're in love, you almost share everything about yourself, because about yourselves. You want this other partner or your other person to know more. If you have great sex, for example, if you have great sex and you lack emotional connection and you cannot open up to each other. For example, when you love, especially when you have sex, you share your experience, how it was, all that stuff, how it went. But when or how it went, but when you're in a last relationship, it there's people don't open up. They are fearing like to talk about it. Maybe the person is like, maybe I'm going to hurt this other person's feelings, what always, and this person is always up for sex, and there is nothing more. But in love, in when you're in love, you really share much. You want to know how the experience is. You want to share how you think maybe it would have worked better. Then the other thing that that differentiate between love and what and lust is sacrifice. When you're in love with someone, you're willing to sacrifice almost everything for them, including your life, so long as you know that you're making this person very happy. Me, but when it comes to lust, there is nothing like sacrifice. Little is sacrificed when you're in a lust relationship. But when it comes to love, when you're in a relationship where there is love, you are willing to sacrifice your entirely everything because you want to make this partner of yours or this other person very happy and feel loved. Thank you very much, guys. My advice about love is be sure to stay in touch with your feelings when accessing any relationship and figure out the next steps that would work for you. So what I'm trying to say is my advice to you guys is try to like honestly assess your relationship where you are. In case you have a girlfriend or boyfriend, you could be convincing yourself thinking that you're in love when it is in actual sense a last relationship. So my own advice would be try to look at some of these things that I've given you or that I've talked about, and you see where your relationship falls, and maybe it can help you to